Okay, what's up, guys? I'm a fish, and today I'm going to be continuing my Humanity Restarts series. The last video, the red team lost a very big war against the green team, lime team, and this light blue team up here. Um, there was 3 new civilizations introduced, 4 including this one that split from the red team after the war. So you got this gray team up in Anatolia, got this orange team up in the Persian Gulf, and we got this pink team down here in modern day. There wasn't. I couldn't really expand this nation because, like, I don't know, for some reason it wouldn't work. I figured out how to fix it. Um, so now they can actually do stuff. Now there is something. Okay, I've introduced yesterday. I added something to this that I think probably it's better to implement it early on than wait till like to make a good amount of progress on the series. So that thing that I introduced is provinces. There is now a province map. You might have been able to see it down here. I don't know. I can't remember how, if you guys actually have enough visibility to see the layers and colors. Um, yeah, there's a province map now. Um, so with these provinces, they will be what I'll base wars off of, like in peace treaties, but I don't like have to. Like sometimes in bigger provinces, like up here, like I could like just split a province in half if I don't want to give the entirety of the province to the winning team. Um, also, I have fixed the issue where well, at least I'm pretty sure I fixed the issue where if I'm trying to color in a blue country, it will no longer affect the surrounding water. Let me turn the brush size up. In the last video when okay, in the last video when the red team was invading this light blue country, I had like it kept going up into the water. Okay, wait, why is that not working? Hold on. Okay, I don't know. So let's start off this video with this pink nation down here. It deserves some expansion because they couldn't do that in the last episode. So it's going to expand up into the north. It now borders the blue team, and it is also going to expand just along the coast here. It's actually going to be a little bit of expansion. Team going to expand down the coast here. Just noticed that while I did fix the issue with the pink team, it is like expanding here is now actually a lot more janky since I don't know, whatever. Not as big of an issue as the pink team literally not being able to expand though, so it's fine. Okay. Green team's going to expand into the desert here. Because it's desert, oh, no one's gonna really care because it's desert. The gray country here is going to expand a lot into Anatolia. I'm going to take control of all of this land right here. Okay, need to undo that because I don't want them to enter Europe just yet. Maybe another time, maybe later this episode, who knows? Okay. Yeah, that's very very weird. Blue team and the red team, they're not going to expand too much because they're both now both of them are relatively small countries, and like they need to kind of repair after this war. The red team lost everything. Blue team gained a lot of land, but it needs to like actually manage to take control of that land. Let's see. Blue team. Blue team's gonna. Nope, not that. Okay, blue team's gonna take control of all of this land. Right. All right, let me fix that now. So now they're gonna do a little bit of exploring now. So it's gonna start with people wanting to explore. Let me size 20. That should be good. They're going to explore. Not this way. They're actually going to explore down here into modern day Ethiopia, Djibouti, Somalia here, but they kind of knew of that area. Also gonna just gonna use a bit more over here. And also maybe a bit of Europe over here in Greece just to give, okay, not that much. I don't want them to know about um, the Aegean Sea yet. Yeah, a little bit into Greece just so like the exploration map doesn't have such a circular shape that it had before. Okay. So with all this exploration down into Ethiopia, there's going to be a new civilization appearing down here. So there's going to be a new civilization down here in Ethiopia. Surround these two lakes right here. There's also the Nile River, but I'm not exactly sure where that flows through in Ethiopia, so I'll have to look at a map of that later. Okay. This civilization. The capital is going to be right. So I'm actually going to start off this episode in Egypt. Um, the first major event, besides like this new nation forming. Um, okay, gonna have. Yeah, you guys remember how there was like a revolution in the Sinai Peninsula, and then those people went down here into. I think this is probably. I think it was like. I'm gonna go through. There was that city right there, so that's. I'm thinking that's Sudan. Actually, no, that's. It's hard to tell where that'd be. It's either Sudan or Eritrea. Yeah, but either way, okay. There's going to be two revolutions inside Egypt, actually. So one of them is going to be where? Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. What is going on? So let's look at the province map here. Okay, so it's going to have all of that province in those provinces. The second rebellion is going to be down here where the same people landed. Going to be a different enough color, right? Maybe make it a little more yellow. Let's do similar to Egypt. No, we already have two pink nations. Yeah, that'll work. So these guys are going to appear down here. They're actually going to. Wait, I'm not missing up the coastline here, am I? No. Okay, wait, let me undo that. Does this the recolor tool work down here? Mostly. Consist of, actually, not the desert. Okay. It's going to consist of these coastal. This is where this rebellion is going to be. Okay, let me just clean this up a lot. Okay, if anybody that uses paint.net like knows why that was happening and knows how to fix it, could you just like let me know in the comments? That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, so this was the second time that rebellions have happened in a rebellion has happened in this area. I would say that Egypt was a little more prepared for it this time. Um, so yeah, they're gonna color tool just isn't working. Does it work? No, it doesn't. Why is this not working? What if I try turning the tolerance back up? Okay, to 50, it works. Try. What if I maybe keep it at 25? The main issue with why I had to change tolerance was because. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, that works with 25. How does that work over here? Okay, I think 25% might be the sweet spot. So we're gonna go with that for now. Okay, so yeah, the Egyptians are gonna push in and they're gonna take most of that province. They're also gonna push in and be able to take a bit of this large Sinai province over here. I wouldn't call it large actually, but whatever. Okay. And because they actually fought these guys recently, like with the original civilization here, not that. Okay. They do still have troops in the area that are able to push in and take this capital city here. So yeah, it's already not looking good for either of these revolutions. That is going to be when the Pink Nation, right here, is going to intervene. Because, I mean, the Pink Nation, it doesn't like having the strongest civilization on their border. What they're going to do is they're going to say, Egypt it's in a time of war. There's two rebellions going on. If we're going to push in, try and, knock them down a peg. So that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to push into the Sinai Peninsula right here and take all that area. This is going to force the Egyptians to flee out of uh, this rebellion right here because they have more important things to get to. Like, okay, so they're actually going to take all of this land right here. Um, Troops out right down here. They didn't really react too much because they're quite a while away, so they can't really. go all the way up there to help, so they just have to keep pushing here to crush this rebellion. So while they're working on that, okay. No, actually, this rebellion is going to start occupying some land now. They're going to take over a bit of land over here, not that much. Okay, and they're going to push their troops down the coast, because obviously that's the important area. And as well as start going that way to try and take that city. Egypt's going to try to fight back against the pink team. And meanwhile, the rebellion this rebellion down here is going to be okay, so these guys are going to push further and manage to take this city, and as well as push down the coast a little bit more. That is when okay, the Egyptians are going to send a few troops down here, and they're just going to occupy the capital. Take all that, force those guys back down. So they're going to continue to occupy. The rebellion is going to. Okay, why is that's acting a little finicky? Okay. Rebellion is going to continue to occupy that city right there and a bit of the coast. But actually, they're not going to occupy the city because they're immediately going to kill everybody there. Circumvents don't usually end too well for the nation being encircled. Okay. Now, pink team, because they moved some units down here to take out the rebellion, pink team is going to make a bit more progress. Um, Progress isn't going to last very long. With this rebellion falling and more of the land being occupied, as well as the units that were down here just beginning to make their way back up to the capital, uh, the Egyptians are going to very quickly start to overwhelm the pink team here. Push back and actually even begin to occupy some of this territory. Yeah, so that rebellion is officially going to fall to the Egyptians. And all this occupied territory is going to be returned to the Egyptians as well. And they're going to push into the pink team, starting with the occupation of this major city right here, as well as a lot of that land. Okay, the Egyptians are going to push up and occupy the capital of the pink team. While this is happening, the pink team will regain some land in the east. But that is when the green team is also going to enter the war on the side of, not on the side of, but against the pink team. You see, okay, the lime team and the yellow team, they're rivals at the moment. They're the two strongest nations, um, and they're pretty close together. So the green team is going to see the Egyptians winning this war in the pink team. They're going to say, you know what, we don't want them getting all of that land. We need to intervene. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push up, take this major city. They're going to push in over here. They're going to try to do is capture this major city before the Egyptians can get to it. Also, another major reason for this war, the green team entering, is sea access to the Mediterranean Sea. That could be very important later on if the not the pink team, the green team and yellow team ever end up at war, and the green team needs to possibly make a naval landing near the capital. Having access to the Mediterranean Sea would make it a lot easier. So now it's basically a race of who's going to get the most land out of the pink team first. Magenta team. The green team immediately cut cut the Egyptians access to all this land in Anatolia by taking this major city right here. So they're going to start to take all of that, as well as continue to push towards that city. And they're actually, I'm going to change my mind. Okay. And they're going to continue to push towards this city. The Egyptians are also going to push the city, and they're going to get there at roughly about the same time. Some people are going to argue that first, others are going to argue that the Egyptians first. Um, Now is not the time to argue because obviously these two nations are still at war with the pink team to keep invading, taking more land, till the pink team officially surrenders. So we just hit the undo button like 47 times. So here's the peace treaty. Obviously, the two rebellions in Egypt, they both got fully annexed since they lost. The pink nation is going to be a partition between the green team and the pink team. Not the pink team is dead. And the Egyptians. Now, the major city right there, the Egyptians agreed to give it to the green team in return for these two northern provinces right here. Uh, This is the new border after that war. Also, for that, I need to change. Okay, I need to erase that. But actually, before I erase that, I need to add it to the list of major cities since it is no longer a capital city. So actually looking at this, the Egyptians, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major cities, 7 including the capital. The Lime team has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major cities, 6 including the capital. Okay, maybe it's because there's a big spot of open land here, so without counting, it looked like there was a lot more major cities in the yellow team. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to uh, okay, Turkey. This land right here is all going to be split up. So that's how all that looks now. Right down in Arabia. So let's go back to Ethiopia. They're going to expand a little bit more. We're going to expand up here and reach the coastline. And I have a good border with the Egyptians now. A good border that will probably kill them. So that is what the world looks like after the events of this episode. There wasn't very eventful. Just trying to make sure I don't keep the recording too long. My future self will thank me. Um, you know what? Actually, so for the final event in this episode, I sure hope that this doesn't cause a lot of political issues in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea in the future.